Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video in which we're going to be taking a look at the best low-end shaders for Minecraft 1.16.5. That's right, in this video we're going to be taking a look at some of the best low-end shaders for Minecraft 1.16.5. I know I did a video just like this one when 1.60.5 just came out, but I wanted to do an updated video, let you know which ones I would recommend now instead of the ones I recommended back then. So don't worry, there'll still be some new shaders in this video, and if you haven't watched my previous video, they're pretty much all going to be new, probably. So obviously the shader you're currently looking at isn't particularly low end, it's SEUS PDGI, which is a beautiful shader. I just wanted to do the intro with this shader pack, but yeah, it's just beautiful. But let's move on to shaders that are also beautiful, but will run way better on a low-end system. Now, before we get into this video, if you are interested in videos like this one, and if you actually enjoy this particular one, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more of these kinds of videos, and hit the bell notification right next to it. Lastly, I just want to tell you that if you need a good and reliable Minecraft server, then be sure to check out the link down below in the description to Apex Minecraft Hosting. If you do get a server with Apex Minecraft Hosting, then you will indirectly support my channel, which is really cool, right? So let's get started with the first one straight away, not wasting any time. Well, I do have to tell you that if you actually want to use shaders in Minecraft, you will have to install Optifine, because that's the only way you can actually add shaders to Minecraft as of recording this video. It's been like that for quite a while now, and so if you're interested in adding Optifine to Minecraft to be able to use the shaders that I'm about to show you, then of course be sure to check out the video that will both be linked down below in the description, as well as appear in the top right corner. I think that's there. Man, this is so complicated. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but I still can't get it right. Anyway, the video will be in the description and in the info card that you just saw. So first, just pause this video and go check that one out to install Optifine. It's very easy. It's very straightforward. I'll guide you through it step by step. And then after that, you can come back to this video and actually pick the shaders that you would like to use with Optifine now that you have Optifine. So this first shader pack is called Chocopic High Performance Toaster, which is the Toaster Edition. It was previously known as the Chocopic Toaster Edition, if I remember properly. And well, as the name suggests, it runs really well on toasters, which is, you know, it's kind of a word you use to describe a PC, you know, also referred to as a potato PC. So these shaders that I'm about to show you will run perfectly well on low-end potato PCs or toasters. So this shader pack actually has a ton of features, which is surprising because you would think, well, with this great performance, it probably does compromise a lot of detail, a lot of quality. No, it does not really. Well, I mean, it's not like SEUS PDGI or BSL shaders, but it works really well. I mean, there's really beautiful looking sunlight, very realistic. There's sun glare through the leaves. The sun is really very bright, which actually just, you know, adds to the realism of Minecraft. And then of course, stuff like water, you can have that with some other shaders, but they'll actually not have this good looking sun or stuff like pretty good shadows for a low-end shader pack. Really, it actually just comes down to the way you want to make Minecraft look. If you like this look, then you should go with this pack, but obviously you'll miss out on some custom water that some other shader packs that I'm about to show you will have, but they won't have stuff like this good looking sun and these pretty decent looking shadows for a toaster pack. Overall, this is probably one of the best packs that I'm about to show you. There's one pack that outperforms all of these in terms of FPS or frames per second and will deliver the smoothest gameplay, but that one, I will save that for last. This one is just really good and you should definitely give this a try. So this shader pack is Sildur's Enhanced Default. You might even be able to just recognize it if you're a loyal viewer, or if you're new but you're very familiar with shaders. If you're not, that's okay. You'll actually learn this over time. This is just the way Sildur's Vibrant looks, especially the Enhanced Default pack. It's been looking like this for quite a while now, and it's actually pretty good looking if you ask me. It's very realistic, does feel a lot like just vanilla Minecraft, which is not a bad thing at all. I just mean to say that it doesn't really make Minecraft itself look that much different apart from the cool looking sunlight. It's got shadows which are of very impressively high quality for a toaster pack or just a low-end pack. And then there's waving foliage, waving leaves. It's the fact that it's so subtle that makes it, you know, work very well with the environment in Minecraft. So this pack runs really well on potato PCs. You guys seem to love these types of shaders. I've been doing these types of videos for years now, and it's actually what I started my channel off with. So I really just have to stay true to this part of the community. I have to do these low-end shaders videos because that's probably what got my channel started, and a lot of you guys subscribed and a lot of you guys watching actually, you know, come to my channel for these types of videos. So I will always keep you posted on the latest low-end shaders for Minecraft Java Edition. So this one is really, really good. I mean, Sildur has been creating great shader packs for years and years now, as long as I can remember, and they've always been known for, you know, first of all, looking good, but second of all, they also are known to perform pretty decent, especially Sildur's Vibrant. But with this enhanced default version, it's gotten even better. This one just performs brilliantly. Its performance is a little slower and a little less smooth than the Chocopic Toaster edition. Maybe if you had an FPS counter, you'd be able to actually see the actual numbers, but other than that, you probably wouldn't notice the difference between these two. Like I said, with some packs, you have to accept that they don't animate water, and you miss out on a couple of other features. With this one, you don't have the cool looking sun with the sun glare and stuff like that, but you do have beautiful looking water. This has probably always been my favorite pack for low-end shaders with pretty just, you know, high-end looking water, because I am definitely not going to complain about the way the water looks in Sildur's enhanced default. Looks just beautiful. The reflections are beautiful, very realistic, high quality. So there's definitely no compromises there. So if you actually want this water in your Minecraft worlds, then definitely be sure to give enhanced default a try. So this next one is once again Chocopic High Performance, but this time it's the low version. And I know that's very confusing because we've been calling these packs a low-end shader packs, toaster packs, potato packs, but I'm going to try to explain it as clearly as possible. There's two high performance versions of the Chocopic shader, and one is called the Toaster Edition and one is called the Low Edition. But the Low Edition is not the low-end version of the two. The Toaster Edition performs better and has less quality, and the low version actually performs worse but has better quality shadows and stuff like that. I hope that makes some sense. I mean, if you're talking about toaster and low, you're going to be guessing which one is actually the best one to get for the most FPS. Well, the short answer to that is just the Toaster Edition. The low version is actually a better upgraded version of the Toaster Edition. As you can see, once again, we have this signature sun glare that just looks beautiful. Man, look at it shine through those leaves. That's just impressive. And once again, the Chocopic high performance shaders do not have custom water. They do have shadows, and with this pack, the shadows, I'm pretty sure actually they actually are of higher resolution and look better, just generally speaking. Right? Yeah, so I just switched between the low and Toaster Edition, and as you can clearly see, there's not nearly as much detail to the shadows here. Not that it really matters, but that's definitely a huge jump in quality there. And I also forgot to mention that you have waving foliage with this pack, which is something that definitely adds to the realism in Minecraft, whereas the other one is just very still, very basic animations. Well, actually barely any animations at all. And the shadows in this one look way better, but it still performs decent. I mean, it performs the worst out of the four that I will show you today, but it still performs really well. It holds up very well on low-end systems, but this one does actually come into that area where you might actually notice the difference between the Toaster and the Low Edition. So if you're actually on very, very low FPS with this low pack, then just go with the Toaster Edition. The Toaster version is better, will run better, it will look worse, not much worse, but it will run better. Just if you have to pick between the low and Toaster Edition, always go with the Toaster Edition. Better performance, better FPS, and that's probably what you're here for. I just wanted to show you that this is an option if you can actually run the Toaster Edition with ease and your PC doesn't struggle to run the Toaster Edition, then you can actually consider this small upgrade to a better quality version of this low-end pack. And here is the last one. I have actually customized this shader a little bit, not to perform better, so the performance that I will be talking about will be the exact same, but I did enable settings like vibrant colors, and I disabled the blur effects because I don't think they look as good. It's just a personal opinion, but let me enable it real quick. Just enable blur and look at the water. It looks kind of weird. So what I like to do is either just reduce this blur, the water blur, to 1, or just turn it off altogether. Now it's set to 1, and I have depth of field enabled, which is actually pretty responsive and pretty good in this pack. And now the blur looks somewhat realistic. There's still a little bit of blur, as you can see, but yeah, it looks way better now. So I don't like the default setting. I like it set to either the minimum or just completely turned off. What this pack obviously doesn't have is shadows. That's one thing you're going to be missing out on with this pack, which is something the other packs did have, which is why this pack performs way better than the other 3 packs that I've shown you before this one. You should be able to run this shader pack even on Intel integrated, which also goes for the Toaster Edition. It should also be optimized very well for Intel integrated graphics. So give those a try. Also give this one a try. It does have beautiful water, so it's not like you don't get anything with this shader. And even the grass is waving, so it's not like you miss out on every shader feature there is, but you know, just some features. It's pretty cool. Underwater looks pretty cool as well, and you can also customize this to be blurry in the blur settings. So I think I actually disabled that just now, underwater blur. I think it's that. Then if I go underwater, yeah, there you go. This is actually perfectly realistic, because normally if you go underwater, you just keep your eyes open, you can't see clearly. That's not possible. That's just not the way our eyes work. So this is actually perfectly realistic, and this is perfectly fine to actually use as a setting. So that's been it for this video. If you actually did enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below which one of these packs actually worked best, and of course also let me know how many FPS of the pack that worked best gave you, because that's interesting information for me, because I don't have every PC configuration in the world. So let me know what graphics card you have or stuff like that. Let me know how many FPS you get, and then I can base my future videos on your performance. One more thing, of course, if you're interested in videos like this, there'll be more in the future, definitely. So be sure to hit that big red subscribe button, hit the bell notification right next to it, and then, as always, I will, of course, catch you in the next one. See ya!